This is Susan Bassey, and if you're following our series on Mark the Process Server, you've seen him serve divorce attorneys at their homes where they called the police and slammed the door on him. You've seen him serve the district attorney, newspaper publishers, and you've also seen him serve the former mayor of Sunnyvale. And now you're going to see a video about his service on government attorneys, including Kivita Narayan. She is one of the highest-ranking county counsel or attorneys for Santa Clara County. She makes over $462,000 a year, and she defends the police in civil rights lawsuits. She defends code enforcement and other public employees and elected officials, and she is managing and supervising a team of attorneys that brought a civil harassment lawsuit against me on behalf of two political appointees that include Casey Halcoon, who now sits on the Public Safety and Justice Committee, and divorce attorney Nicole Ford. And because of that civil harassment lawsuit, I have been restrained from going to the county to take video and do news gathering just like this. So we rely on our backup camera guy to follow Mark the Process Server's work on this day at the county building.
All right. Well, this one is yours. Let me pull it out here. These other ones, it's my understanding that attorneys have to be able to be served at their office between 9 to 5. So these other attorneys should be able to be served at the counter. Even if you weren't here, they should have been able to accept service. But if we're not going to accept service, then don't complain when I come to your home, which I have all the addresses. So.
And because we had a camera person recording Mark the Process Server doing his job, we were able to catch that blink of Miss Narayan when he said that if the attorneys didn't accept service at the office, he would be going to their homes.
So, there you go, ma'am.
All right, no further comment on that.
Miss Narayan may not have had further comment on camera, and this is the first time I have seen her photograph, but I've been dealing with her since 2017 when I started looking into the issue of court transcripts in a high-profile case involving a 49er football player. And when I did look into that case, I found that there was a common thread of a court reporter who has actually been sanctioned and publicly admonished and fined $500 for committing fraud in the preparation of court transcripts in family and criminal cases. And ironically, Mark the Process Server has a similar issue because he was actually arrested when the county council in Sonoma made a citizen's arrest when he was serving papers on him. And that is on my channel as well, and you can find that to get a little background on Mark the Process Server and what he was doing long before he came to Santa Clara County.
I'm not entering or opening the door for anybody.
Check with the sheriff's department. I was charged with trespassing once and not going to hold. I'm just here to serve papers and I'm leaving.
It was interesting that the sheriff's deputy who was there to deal with the issue of Mark providing service on a county council's home was that the sheriff deputy was actually reading the papers that Mark was serving, and that's not something that we find in their training, so we'll investigate that a little further when we head up to Sonoma County.
Okay. So, do you want to do the citizen's arrest for the trespassing?
Sure.
Okay. Let me go get that form for you to sign, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
All right.
There, I got a picture. It's enough for me. So these other ones, we're going to have to go to their home.
And it takes a great deal of courage to do your job when you're constantly under threat of arrest or facing people in the government who would just as soon you not serve them, and especially serve them on camera. And so we've learned a lot from Mark the Process Server, and he's learned a lot from us, including the fact that now when he goes out and serves the tax collector, Gus Kramer, who has been tied to problems with the district attorney who was indicted and removed from office, he's going to start taking video. He's now ordered his body cam.
So these other ones, we're going to have to go to their home.